What's going on, y'all? Riley here, and today I've got another manga haul. This is the final manga haul for the month of November, so stay tuned. So like I said, we've got the final manga haul for the month of November. There's a lot of cool stuff here that I've got from all kinds of different publishers. Came in not too long ago from mostly Right Stuf Anime and a couple of books from In Stock Trades as well, for those of you who ask where do I get my books and stuff from. So let's start digging in. Also, I have a stack of books that I received as a gift from a friend of mine. I'll talk about that in a little bit after I go over all the new release stuff from Right Stuf and In Stock Trades. So let's start off on the stack, and I'm just going to point out I've got my Trafalgar Law hat on, but this is why you don't order the cheapest thing you can find on eBay, because then you get this bootleg logo, and at least it was only like $3, so I'm not upset or anything. It's just kind of funny, and I wish that the print from the top of the brim was on the bottom. I've actually had this for a while, I just rarely wear it, but I wanted to point it out because I know someone out there would notice, and I wanted to have a laugh with you guys about it. Anyway, let's talk about books. So we got volume 11 of Saint Seiya Seintia's Show. This is the spin-off series from Knights of the Zodiac, Saint Seiya, the original series. This is the only spin-off that has made it to be physically published in English so far. So hopefully there are more down the line that get done. I know that there are a lot of really popular Knights of the Zodiac, Saint Seiya spin-offs, but for whatever reason, this is the only one that's made it overseas so far. Moving on, I've got another book here. That one is from Seven Seas. This is Kodansha. This is volume 4 of Seven Deadly Sins. This one is fast approaching its conclusion. I think it's already done in Japan as of several months ago, and it is now approaching the conclusion in the US as well. So this is volume 40. I think there's just a few volumes after this before it's done, and then they're doing a spin-off series to follow this one as well. I don't know how long that one's going to run, but we will see. So that one almost done, and one series almost done, one series beginning. I've got Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken volume 1. So this is from Dark Horse. This is the first volume of the series that the anime that came out early this year or last year was adapted from, and I did not watch it, but I heard so many good things about that series, and as soon as they announced that they were going to be releasing the manga in English physically, I was like, okay, I'm going to pick it up so I can see how it is, and maybe I'll be enticed to watch the anime, even though I don't really watch much anime. I mostly just read manga, so we'll see what I think. Hopefully I can get to this one pretty quickly, pretty soon. I've got a pretty large stack of manga that I need to get to, so that one's probably going to be towards the end of it. But here's one that I just read actually earlier today because I could not stay away. I really enjoyed this series from Shuzo Oshimi. This is Blood on the Tracks. I've got volume 3 with me right here. This is some really great just psychological terror type stuff that happens in this series. I really enjoy it. I'm going to be 100% honest, I have not read anything else from Oshimi, so this is my introduction to their work, and I definitely need to start reading some of their other stuff. I have Flowers of Evil, so I definitely need to jump on that sooner than later. But yeah, if you haven't tried out Blood on the Tracks yet, and you know, psychological terror is kind of your thing, then I definitely recommend this book to you. Now I got a couple of signature series from Viz. First, we've got volume 5 of Hell's Paradise. This has been a really awesome, mature action series, so if you like bloody, fast-paced, action-packed series, this is definitely one for you. It's got a pretty intriguing story as well. Basically, criminals are sent to an island to try and find this elixir, and it's just them trying to go through and find that thing so that they can, I believe it's they get their sentence reduced, or they don't have to serve their sentence or whatever it is. But either way, a lot of really awesome action, really cool monsters and character designs. It just a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with those first 4 volumes, and I can't wait to read the 5th volume that just came out. And another one that I really love, this is without a doubt one of my current favorite ongoing manga series, and that is Beastars. This one I believe is getting close to its conclusion in Japan. I wish that they would speed up the release in the US, because they're like at volume 20 or so in Japan at this point, and we're sitting here at volume 9. But I love this series. I love the characters. The drama is amazing. I love the storylines. It's just every volume is one of the highlights of the month that it comes out. We're 9 volumes in right now, so I cannot wait to check this one out and see the series as it goes forward. Moving over to the next book, I've got another one from Viz Media, and these last few are going to be the hardcover volumes. So this is volume 11 of the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal editions. So this is 11 out of, I think, 17. These are fantastic editions. I love the way that these hardcovers look. They're beautiful. They're really well put together and really nice oversized, which is great for Arakawa's artwork in this series. So very happy to have this. Very happy that we're past the halfway point. We're in the last 6 volumes now at this point that need to be released. So very good stuff there. And next I've got a couple of hardcovers from Kodansha. I've got Sayuki, Volume 3. This is Kodansha's new release, the Resurrected Edition. I believe these are 2-in-1 editions, so this collects volumes 5 and 6 of the original Sayuki series. The original series ran for 10 volumes, if I'm not mistaken, and originally was published by Tokyo Pop. I only read the first 3 volumes back when Tokyo Pop first released them, and then I didn't continue, basically because at the time when they were coming out, I was in high school or middle school, or I don't remember how old I was, but I didn't have a ton of money to spend, so I had to be really careful with what I bought and just mindful, I guess, would be the right word. And this was one that unfortunately didn't make the cut, but now that it's being re-released, or resurrected as it is, by Kodansha, I have been really enjoying picking up these hardcovers so I can read the entire thing for the first time. I'm hoping that they don't stop with the first series and that they continue, because I know there are multiple continuations and spin-off titles for this title, and that it is, I believe, still going. I think that there's still another spin-off that is currently ongoing for the overarching Sayuki saga. And then we've got also from Kodansha, Saint Young Men hardcover volume 4. This is another 2-in-1, so this is going to be volumes 8 and 9, 7 and 8, 7 and 8 of Saint Young Men, the Japanese release. This is kind of a slice of life, very wholesome comedy series. We follow Jesus and the Buddha as they are living their life as roommates in Japan, and so it's just a lot of situations of them getting into everyday life situations, but the comedic aspect coming from the fact that they're 2 deities that are just dealing with normal stuff. It's really laid back, really wholesome, a great series to just kick back and relax with. I really enjoy it. It's a good one if I just need something nice to lay back in bed before I go to sleep and read a few chapters of. This really gives me something good. And speaking of wholesome series, here's 2 that really are not, in the same sense at least. We've got, these are 2 hotly anticipated releases from Dark Horse, a couple of books that a lot of people are really loving, and I'm so happy that Dark Horse is starting to do these hardcover editions of these series, because they are beautiful, and I cannot wait to see what they have planned next for what the next hardcover series are going to do is. So we got Berserk Volume 6. This collects the next 3 volumes of Berserk, so this is going to be 16, 17, and 18, I believe, of the original paperback run. So we're in the middle of the Conviction arc right now. So last volume, Volume 5, wrapped up the Golden Age, and now we're in the middle of Conviction, and the next volume, Volume 7, will see us close off the Conviction arc with volumes 19, 20, and 21. The Falcon of the Millennium Empire story arc, which is, in my opinion, the best arc of Berserk. I know some people are going to turn heads, but personally, I think that it takes everything that was amazing from the Golden Age arc and just expounds on it and makes it even better in the Falcon of the Millennium Empire story arc. So that starts in Volume 8. I'm really excited about that, but in the meantime, we got some really awesome material from the Conviction arc that is being presented here in Volume 6. And then the other Dark Horse hardcover that I was talking about is Hellsing Volume 2. I absolutely love the presentation on this one. It's obviously very similar to Berserk. Berserk has more of a scaly feel to the faux leather that they use, while this one is more just a leathery feel with the cross motif, so I feel like it's very obvious that it's supposed to kind of come off as like a Bible. This is the second of 3 hardcover collections for Hellsing, collecting volumes 5, 6, and 7. The third one will have 8, 9, and 10, wrapping up the entire series. I'm so happy that they decided to do this, not just because I'm a big fan of the series, but because the original 10-volume paperback run has been out of print and hard to find for a while, so it's really nice to see them release this in a format that is now bringing it back to being available for readers. Even though this one, I think, is sold out at the moment. Dark Horse kind of lets their books sell out at first as far as their like premium releases, like their library editions and these hardcover manga editions and stuff, and then they reprint enough in the second run that they wind up being available for a really long time. So I think that these are what they're going to keep evergreen, as in they're going to keep it available for maybe not forever, but for a really long time. Especially, they're going to want to keep this in print for that third volume, that final volume to come out, because there's a lot of people who might be wanting to buy all 3 together as a set. But this is great vampire horror type comics, amazing action, great artwork. See if I can give a good example of some nice artwork without too much. I don't think we're going to spoil any stories. Showing off some interiors here. I didn't want to do Berserk because chances were I was going to open up to something that I could not show on YouTube. But this is great. I really, really, really love this series, and I'm so happy that we have these beautiful hardcovers of Berserk. So those are all the new releases that I've got, but now I've also got, like I mentioned, a stack of stuff that a friend sent me. Some of you might know, a lot of you might not. Kurtis from the Epic Marvel podcast. He also has a YouTube channel. He also has a Facebook group. Basically, he talks about everything to do with Marvel's Epic Collection paperbacks that they put out, which are a fantastic line of books. They're a great value. They collect a lot of great material, and the best thing about them, my favorite part, is that they are mapped just perfectly so that you can understand the chronology of these characters and where these books fit, because they contain not just the main series but also relevant tie-ins and stuff. It's just a great line, and he's a great guy, really kind. He messaged me one day saying, hey, I've got some books, some manga that I really don't need. He said that Vertical sent them to him a while ago, and he wanted to know if I wanted them, and he sent them to me from Canada. So really awesome of him to do that. Let me just flip these real quick, because I had them in alphabetical order, but now they're in upside down alphabetical order because of the way that I grabbed them off of my shelf. All right, so let's check these out. So you guys in the comments, let me know which ones of these titles might be worthwhile for me to seek out the rest of the volumes. Some of these he sent me, you know, the first volume, whatever they sent him, he sent me. So some of these are first volumes, some of them are not. I haven't gotten into reading any of these yet, so I have no opinions yet on any of these. But if anyone is watching who has read these series, let me know your thoughts on them, and so I know what's worthwhile and what I should look into and what might not be. So first I've got Immortal Hounds Volume 1, and this is from Ryo Yasuhachi. I have not heard of this artist before. I don't believe I have, at least. In another reality, humans never die. If they get sick or injured, they simply kill themselves and immediately come back to life. Wow, okay. But then a mysterious new disease, resurrection deficiency syndrome, starts spreading through the populace via vectors. The Anti-Vector Police Task Force is determined to solve the mystery of how RDS spreads, but the escape artists who use violent means to rescue vectors seriously hamper the police's efforts. And just how do the escape artists always beat the cops to the scene of the crime? Sounds pretty cool. Pretty interesting. And then we've got the Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Glory of the Losers Volume 1. So I did not grow up watching a lot of Gundam. I watched a few episodes of Gundam Wing here and there. Never really got into it. So I don't have any attachment to the series, so I have no idea anything about these characters. I know Endless Waltz was the movie, so I'm guessing that this is a spin-off from the movie. Let me know if it's worthwhile. And then we've got volumes 7 and get the glare off of there, and 8 of My Neighbor Seki by Tonari, no, that's the Japanese title, Tonari no Seki-kun, and it's by Takuma Morishige. So I don't really want to read the description on the back because I think it's going to be spoilers for the first 6 volumes worth of material. So if that one's worthwhile, if I should seek out those first 6 volumes, let me know. We've got next Mysterious Girlfriend X Volume 4 by Reiichi Ueshiba. Doppelgangers and Drool. Again, I don't want to read the description on the back, but from Otaku USA they say Mysterious Girlfriend X is mostly subtle and kind of sweet even when it creeps toward lewdness, and manages to have an addictive quality that can only be attributed to that damn drool. Okay, so then we've got, this one I actually have Volume 1, 3, 4, and 5, so I'll need to grab Volume 2 at some point, and that is Nichijou My Ordinary Life. So this one, that glare is horrible. We've got Volume 1 here, and this is by Keiichi Arawi. So you can kind of tell the difference between when I'm talking about books that I've ordered myself. I kind of know the information already about anything that I'm buying or reading, and then the difference when I'm looking at something that someone has sent me, and I really don't know the information about the stuff until I read it. So I don't know anything about Nichijou. I'm just missing Volume 2 though. I think it's only the 5 volumes. I'm not 100% sure. But that would be cool if there is only 1 volume that I'm missing there. Define ordinary in this just surreal enough take on the school genre of manga. A group of friends, which includes a robot built by a child professor, grapple with all sorts of unexpected situations in their daily lives as high schoolers. The gags, jokes, puns, and haiku keep this series off-kilter even as the characters grow and change. Check out this new take on a storied genre and meet the new ordinary. So I'll probably read that first volume just to see kind of what the deal is with that one, and if I enjoy it, then grab Volume 2 and move forward from there. But if anyone has any opinions on that, let me know in the comments whether or not it is worthwhile. I've got Volumes 2, 3, and 4 of this next one, and this one actually looks pretty cool, so I might want to grab Volume 1. Ninja Slayer, Last Girl Standing Ichi. So, we've got Volume 2, Last Girl Standing Ni. And then, so I guess that was parts 1 and 2 of the Last Girl Standing arc. And then Ninja Slayer, Atrocity in Neo Saitama. This is Volume 4. So that, just by the artwork on the cover and on the back cover, looks really cool. No idea anything about what the story is about, but it looks like it's pretty action-packed and violent on the interior. So if anyone's read this one, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if I should grab that first volume and check the one out. This one I think is just a single volume story, She and Her Cat. Yeah, this is a Shinkai. So that one I'll be able to read for sure. Story of Miyu, a woman who lives alone with her cat Chobi. As Miyu navigates the world of adulthood, she discovers both the freedom and loneliness that come with living independently, and Chobi learns of the outside world through her actions. Time drifts slowly for Miyu and her cat, but the harsh realities of the world soon catch up. So I will definitely read this one. Since it's only 1 volume, it'll be a really easy one to jump into. This is another Volume 1. This one I've actually heard of. I've heard the anime was pretty cool, and that is To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts Volume 1. So I'll probably just check this one out, see what it's all about, see if I want to continue purchasing copies of this one. During a protracted civil war that pitted the North against the South, the outnumbered Northerners used dark magical arts to create monstrous super soldiers, incarnates. Now that the war has ended, those sacred beasts must learn how to make their way in a peaceful society or face death at the hands of a beast hunter. Sounds pretty neat. Sounds like a nice action-packed series. I'll see what happens with that one. And then we've got Volumes 2, 3, and 7 of Tokyo ESP. Here's Volume 3. These are nice, thick volumes. Volume 7, so I don't know if these were like 2-in-1s or 1.5-in-1s. It's from Hajime Segawa. That name sounds familiar, though I'm not 100% sure if I've seen anything from them before, so I don't know anything about that one. And then Volume 9 of Witchcraft Works. So that's, oh, and then also Volume 7 of Wolfsmund. Now this one I've heard a lot of cool stuff about, and I wanted to pick it up, but it looks like a few volumes are actually out of print, a little harder to get. But if I can find them for a good price at some point when I actually have some extra cash, I might go ahead and try and buy them. because I would like to, just from the description of this one, I would like to check it out and see what it's like. So that's it. That's all the new manga, and then that's all the manga that Kurtis sent me straight from Canada, all those vertical titles. Like I said, any of those vertical titles that you think are worthwhile, that you think I should try out, that you think I should track down the volumes that I do not have here, let me know down in the comments down below, because I am curious about opinions on those, since a lot of those I don't actually... Most of those I know nothing about. So yeah, go ahead and sound off in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.